Hey there, so are you thinking about moving here to Utah? Well, you are in luck. Today we are going to be talking about how Utah and moving here to Utah could possibly change your life, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. This channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and tap that bell for notifications. Every time we drop a new video, you'll be notified. We hear from people like you all the time who are relocating or looking to make a move here to Utah. And if you are thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, in a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our pleasure to connect with you. Buckle up for the 4 seasons here in Utah. I know so many people that have moved out here that have, moved from different places or have relocated here and have been blown away by the weather and the 4 seasons. Now, if you are somebody that does not like the change in the seasons and the 4 seasons, then maybe Utah might not be the right fit for you. But if you do like the change, then Utah could be a really, really great fit for you. Starting off with really nice, warm, toasty summers, but then the nights are hot and the sun stays out, which seems forever. My kids are always telling me, Mom, it's not bedtime yet, even though it's like 9:30. And I'm like, no, we're like way past bedtime. And they're like, no, but it's still light out. I'm like, I know, it's tricking us, but it stays light really long here in the summers. But then the mornings cool off and it's just a really beautiful temperature, lots of outdoor activities to do as well. And then moving right on to the fall time, you've got tree-lined streets with changing colors. The mountains change from, yellows and reds and all the, beautiful fall colors that are here. And then moving right into winter, which my kids are actually so excited about moving into winter, where they're already talking about skiing, and we already got our, ski gear for this upcoming year. So those are a few of the things with the 4 seasons. And with those 4 seasons moving right along into winter, which, truth be told, winter is probably my least favorite out of all of the seasons, only for the fact that winter for me goes maybe a month too long. But honestly, I love to ski. I love to be outdoors even in the winter time. And the good thing, at least for me in Utah, is a lot of times you can take a jacket, you're fine with jacket, a pair of pants, slap on some boots, and you're usually good to go depending on the person. I know my husband, he went to graduate school out here and he usually wore shorts, which I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be wearing shorts. A lot of times my kids still want to wear shorts to school in the winter time. I make them take a jacket, but that is beside the point. So winters can be a little bit cold, a little bit long for me, but still great. And then moving right into spring, you've got the beautiful flowers, you've got, the crisp air, but it's still, kids are practicing soccer outside and running around and doing all the things outside. So you definitely have those 4 seasons here in Utah, which is a huge draw for many. Let's talk about the food scene here in Utah. Yes, the food scene. So if you are looking for fun, fine dining, all those kind of things, Salt Lake City has a lot of really yummy, tasty places that you can find right downtown. If you are outside of downtown, for me personally, being a mom, I had no idea the number of drive-thrus and quick casual things that you can actually get here in Utah. When we were living out of state, I remember thinking I never went through a drive-thru, or very, very rarely went through a drive-thru, just because there was nothing that I wanted to order for my family and I. But a lot of the drive-thrus here, I can actually order, a sandwich. I can get a salad. I can get some really healthy choices that I'm like, this feels amazing, and I don't even have to get out of my car. So if it is a cold, snowy day, I can pull right up in the drive-thru, I can order, and my food gets handed to me, which is unbelievable. Same thing if it is a super hot day and I don't want to get out of the car and it's nice and air conditioned, I can go right through the drive-thru. So there are so many different food options here, lots of chain restaurants, but like I said, in downtown, around downtown, there are a lot of really fun fine dining, and then Park City also has a lot of fun options there and some surrounding places. So the food scene, in my opinion, is a lot of fun and definitely something to try out. Number 4, I cannot talk about Utah without talking about how family friendly it really is here. Every time my mom comes here, she's always like, Mariah, this state is geared for families. This state is geared for, like enjoying time with lots of people, and it is just really set up with that. The number of parks that are located near a neighborhood or around a neighborhood or within each of the cities. I feel like a lot of the cities take pride in, number one, their community, but just the cleanliness of it, and then just the number of activities, the different parades that they have to offer, the different, like I said, the parks and recreation are next level. A lot of times different cities and different places offer all sorts of incentives. Monday nights are usually family nights, or what they consider family nights. So it is not unusual for different museums or different community events to have, a one stop, on a Monday. I actually just took my kids to the trampoline park the other day, and at the trampoline park it says Monday family night. All of your kids, I think it was like four kids or up, something like that. It was $25 for them to jump for an hour, which for the whole family was pretty nice. Same thing, museums offer the same thing. I know I've taken my kids to the ice rink where they can go skating, and it is the exact same thing where they can, all of the kids can get in for the price of one. They do a lot of buy one get one frees here. They'll do, early bird discounts, they'll do sibling discounts. So really so family friendly. They do it at bowling. I mean, really, I could go on and on, but it is very much geared for families here in Utah. Speaking of being geared for families, the people that you will meet here, it is not uncommon to be walking on the sidewalk and for somebody to wave and to say hello. The number of kind people I have met here is next level. So the other day I was at the park with my kids, and speaking of kind people, I met a woman who was wearing a shirt that said, "Be kind." And I said, "Hey, you know what? I love your shirt." And she goes, "Oh yeah, it's my motto now. It's totally what I live by." I'm like, "You're doing a very good job of that," as I'm watching her with her children, and she was so kind. So it is not unusual to run into many happy, friendly, kind people here in Utah, in my experience. Next up, the proximity that you have here in Utah to an international airport, living within the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If you are in Salt Lake City, you are about 10 minutes away from the Salt Lake International Airport. The proximity that you are to the national parks. Utah has 5 national parks. They call them the Mighty 5, and those are all down in southern Utah. It will take between 3.5 to 4 hours to get to most of those national parks. We know a lot of people here too that will take family vacations and, have everybody hop in the car, and they will go down to Southern California, which is about, a 9.5, depending on who's driving. My dad's driving, maybe it was 12 hours, but, basically 9.5 hours to get to Southern California from the Salt Lake City, Utah area. So just the proximity to the different activities and national parks and location is amazing. And then last but not least, moving here to Utah and how it may change your life is just the job growth and the job opportunities that are here. We've got what are called the Silicon Slopes that are right outside of Salt Lake City. It is in Lehi, Utah. It is a huge tech industry modeled after the Silicon Valley in California. And so the Silicon Slopes, like I said, big tech industry. You've got companies from all over the place, Google and Facebook and Visa and Ancestry.com. I mean, just so many different companies are bringing their businesses here to Utah, and the unemployment rate here is very low, below 3%, which is a big draw also for people that are looking to work. So if you are thinking about making a move out here to Utah in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, we hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. So if you are thinking about making a move, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we would love to chat with you. Take care and have a great one. Bye.